Okay, I'm rather concerned as a result of the response to Thunderfoot's videos with the exchange with Dawa Films. In this particular video, I do not just want to focus in on Thunderfoot's arguments. I want to focus in on the responses that Thunderfoot himself received on his videos, and the fact that there was quite so much strong anti-Islamic sentiment there. For those people who believe that your religion is a free choice, I feel are actually rather deluded. The religions that you identify with will have some connection to your culture, which includes the race and or religion of your parents, as well as the country that you're born in. Therefore, your sympathies, religiously speaking, are essentially connected to what could be roughly described as being your race. This is something that many people within the atheist community really need to remember. I certainly have no objection to anyone tackling various arguments or various issues, but when comments are left such as "fuck Islam," one does start to wonder precisely where the individual's reasoning and understanding actually lies, and precisely what their goal is. Because religion and religiosity has some connection to one's culture, one's background, even the colour of one's skin or the religion of one's parents, one would have to say that there is a strong racial connection between religion and ethnicity, without the shadow of a doubt. I am rather concerned as a result of having watched a few of Pat Condell's videos that some people are trying to use atheism as an opportunity to spread racial hatred rather than necessarily to try and attack certain weak arguments. Obviously, when I first came onto YouTube and I saw quite a lot of atheist videos, I was rather pleased that there were people who are trying to use science, knowledge, education to try and inform people about the way that the world really is, and about the way that life evolves, the origin of the universe, the Big Bang, abiogenesis, and other fascinating ideas. I also felt that the videos from the atheist community served a very important cathartic and therefore therapeutic benefit to some of the people who are watching them, who may have had some problems with religious individuals in their own history. So, a lot of good has come out of some atheist rhetoric. But now I'm rather concerned that it's actually people of a rather far-right political nature who are attempting to hijack atheism and trying to use it for the purposes of spreading racial hatred or ethnic hatred or hatred against people of certain backgrounds, rather than actually just purely to attack certain arguments. This is something which I feel that the atheist community has to take into account, and they have to mirror taking this into account in their various videos and in their various forms of rhetoric. If they don't, one would have to assume that there is more of a far-right move within atheism than the atheists themselves would like to admit to. I do admit that there are certain prominent members of YouTube who happen to be atheists who do actually promote to a different audience and promote in a different way, and often follow a political line of argumentation which is more towards education, reason and freedom for each and every single individual. However, I'm rather curious as to whether they are actually in the majority or whether they are actually in the minority. I do not actually know, but it is important that people who are in the atheist community realize that some aspects of this atheist movement or new atheist movement, whatever you want to call it, is, to a certain degree, actually being hijacked by people who have rather extreme views, and therefore something has to be done to possibly change the tone which is being expressed by various key atheist speakers. And that includes attacking the arguments of those who are broadcasting towards a more far-right political ideology and using more far-right political ideologies in their videos. This is something that you, the atheist community, has to start paying attention to. This has been Nick Dutch signing out for now.